crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far
Barking mad.
Maybe
You're
that's
probably wondering why we're back here
like
at this
It
cutscene.
helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had
I'll
Alice.
show you
She's trapped in the
this.
darkness at the bottom. Barry!
Alright, so now that you've seen the reason behind why I'm back here, I'm going to work back to where we were so we can get back, because audio is a very key thing. You couldn't hear me at all, so I want to fix that. Sadly, that means my reaction won't be my first time reaction. Yeah, so I'll continue through this. We'll get back down to where we were. We left off with the excavator, so I'm going to work down towards there. It should only be a couple minutes. I'm going to try to get as much of everything as I did before, and then we shall be back. So I'll see you fighting the excavator again. They don't want me to get this page, but I'm gonna get it anyway. Now here's a question. Do I have all the manuscripts that I had before? I do. So I don't need to find the manuscripts that I found earlier. It only has the ones I didn't get. Which means, if I want to, I could theoretically go back and find the ones I missed and fill them all in.
Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous. I
The
had no
flashlight. Oh, gosh. Curse you. Ow.
for doubting it. After all,
Oh gosh, I forgot how slippery sliding this truck is. These tires are like balls, and so you just whee. I still don't know who is leading this stuff here. Yee! Oh, but that kills me, really. Well, at least it saved when I was up here getting the hunting rifle. Sup? Come around. Hello. Bye-bye. Now we have this thing to fight, so we're officially back to where we left off, and we can finally get back to where we want to be. This thing still scares the crap out of me. Come on. There we go. So now we shall continue off where episode 10 left off, because we were right here at this checkpoint. So I believe there's another like 15 or 20 minutes worth of stuff until this chapter ends, which means this episode should be half an hour. Also, I almost forgot where I was supposed to be going. But I totally remember this part. I love this part.
Used to be some kind of rock stars,
Oh,
but it
I
hadn't
love this
really
part.
sunk in until
Also,
I saw
don't
this
remember.
stage.
Thermos. No, there's nothing under the bleachers.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
Wow! That's so good.
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Okay, we have a lot of people. I do have flashbangs.
Ow! We have to fight them all!
I don't know. Again, the song might be. I did this last time, but the song here is most definitely copyrighted, and so I'm just gonna do this. So I need to get better at not having that. I've had a couple episodes of videos get copyrighted, and I just don't do anything about it because I don't think I need to for the most part. Stop it.
Ow! Hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Wait, how are you alive? Buddy. Yeah, that's right. Get shot. Okay. It's not over. There's like 2 or 3 more waves.
Goddamn turn of the century wiring! Hang on out! I'll get them working again, I promise!
And this should get grab this. Boom! Boom! Get wrecked, son! Who wants some? You want some? You shouldn't have. Welcome to my debut! Oh, it's like the heavy-duty flashlight. I should definitely equip this. This thing is so much better. Except it's a wider spread, and it's a lot better.
Stay in the light!
Bye, dude. Defend the stage. We have like 1 more wave, I'm pretty sure.
No, no, no!
Yep, it disappears. You have 1 more.
This to me? Get with my battery, please, please, please!
Yeah, now I gotta make sure that my back's covered. Heck yeah! Ow! Who did that? Is that you? Ow! Both of you! Just no. No axes at my concert.
Ow! Please don't let me die here. Although if I buy it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to. Rock and roll! Woo!
Back to the rifle, please.
Awesome moment.
Boom! Boom! Alright. So far this is seamless.
That's the high point of my life? Really?
Children of the Elder God! Enjoy it! God damn it!
He's having way too much fun with this. Oh, come on. Get back in light.
Back in the game! Yes!
Taken season. Nice. New achievement. I had like 5 achievements going through this lap on the first playthrough. I'll have a clip of that with some music or something. With some music or something. Oh gosh! Bye. I need the shotgun here pretty soon. Get shotgun. Pump action, please, 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 please. Get it now. Boom. Thank you, sparklers. Bye bye, shed. Okay. Okay. Child of the Elder God.
Was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey,
Look at the
Al!
revolver.
This way to the farm!
Load the revolver. Shotgun's full. Okay, there is a... Now, do thermoses respawn? So I know there's a thermos back here. They don't. Was it a thermos? No, there's a page. Yeah, there's a page right here. So I know the pages respawn, but I'm not sure if the thermoses do. See, if the thermoses don't, then that gives me even more reason to try to get all of them, because then I won't be doubling up on thermoses. So I'm going to be doubling up on pages that I've already seen. Okay, we have to get up there.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new.
Screw the cutout.
I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Yes, the cutout. So important. Thanks, Barry. There was a something over here. I believe it was a thermos.
Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm all
Haha, funny.
everything. And if I don't get my way,
Okay.
all day long.
Okay, stressful part is over. We are back to where we were supposed to be originally. And as always, I missed that jump. Harsh. Ouch. Right there. That's my goal. Right there. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I did it again. I'm so dumb. I did this. You don't jump on the top of this and go through the window, you go through the freaking door. You'd think I would have known that or been through this portion of the
They
game.
really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't
But I did the exact same thing as last time.
they? Look at all this stuff.
Of course I
For
did.
themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Shotgun ammo, thank you.
We all spend
Oh, night springs. Man.
Oh yes! This is actually super cool.
Remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing
Shh,
job.
very
Got you
shh.
started.
I watched this on that one, it's really good.
in Night Springs.
Talks about sleep, it's actually interesting.
Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
Shh.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat,
Oh.
yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening.
Keep him happy.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us. It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I gotta work the
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Yeah, so I have full batteries. Let's talk about dreams, and the reason I found that interesting is because just how that kind of dream world in that episode, or whatever that TV show goes. The ladies using a very similar thing with Alan Wake in his writing. Also, you can read this? Oh, yes, of course you can. You can pause and read it if you want to. I'm gonna move on. But just as the dreamer dreams about these people and their goal and whole sole purpose is to keep him happy in his dreams so that they can stay alive, this lady, or I guess the shadow creature, not necessarily a lady, has the face of the lady. She is kind of doing something very similar. Just kill these guys here. There you go. Oh, there's so many. Just stop it. You know, I have a shotgun. There's no point in coming up here like this. It's nice you're lining up like that, but come on. And so, this lady uses Alan Wake to create this dreamlike state, wherein everybody inside is meant to make her happy. Oh, and this guy. Oh, gosh. And so, well, Alan Wake is writing the story, as long as he writes the story according to her design, she's happy. Oh, gosh, can you stop moving, dude? I want to kill you. Stop. Stop it. It's a ranger all over again. He's like... Gosh. Thank you, you turd. Alright, but yeah. So we're kind of in a similar type of state, kind of dreamlike state. The difference between this dream state and the dream state in that TV episode is that Alan Wake wrote this one. Well, I guess in a way we make our own dreams, but it's kind of like our subconscious that makes the dreams. We're not aware that we're making them. But Alec wrote this whole dream state for this shadow figure. This lady. Oh. That's the wrong thing I wanted. I wanted a flare. I guess that works though. There's someone behind me. No, it's just someone throwing an axe. So all her shadow minions serve her to make her happy. Now we are disrupting that dream state that she's created using Alan Wake's writing skills. And she's not happy. In essence, she's waking up, so to speak. Which could result in us dying, just like everybody in the dream state dies when the person dreaming it all wakes up. Hi, Barry. You can stay down here, keep talking. I'm gonna go into this room.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on.
Okay.
You know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and go upstairs.
Going, release a new
I don't think there's anything on the bottom floor, and if so, there will become a time when we'll come back around and we can look into there. So I have a little bit of foresight for the next half hour of gameplay, because I went ahead and did all this thinking I was talking and it didn't record my voice. So I was talking to no one. Hi. Really shouldn't be in a small room with a guy that has a flare. Just saying. It kind of doesn't go in your favor. It helps me a lot though, because it means you can't run away from the flare. Making it super easy to get rid of your shadow shield and blow your head off. Ladder. Alright, we're full on battery still. Let's go ahead and head down here. This part was very surprising. I don't expect what happened to happen. You'll see what I mean in a second. Hello. Hello. Subtractor. There's a chainsaw there. I mean, I like chainsaws. Chainsaws are scary. Fill up on ammo. Okay. It's a swather. Which, tell me the difference between a swather and a combine. I'll tell you one difference. The combine is not chasing me, the swather is. I was not expecting the swather to come alive, but it did, and it scared the crap out of me the first time. Hi! Yeah, let me know down in the comments below if you know the difference between a swather and a combine. Because there is a difference between them. Yes, that was a swather. A combine is usually slightly bigger, and that's kind of your only hint as to the difference. There's a size difference, but there's also a use difference. Hello. Hi! I don't consider myself a farmer. In fact, I'm much more of an inside individual. I don't like being outside as much as I do like being inside. Hence why I like YouTube as a hobby, because I can stay inside and do all this fancy stuff and not have to go outside. I'm not against manual labor, and I have helped build a barbed wire fence. There's a small portion of the fence, but I assisted a little bit in that. But I've done a little bit of labor work on farms, just a little bit, not a ton. Not my kind of thing. But my dad grew up on a farm. His dad lived on a farm and worked on a farm until he retired. So my family grew up as farmers. At least my dad's side of the family grew up as farmers. My mom's side, not quite as much, but my dad's side was full-on farmers. And so my dad tells us stories of the farm and all that stuff. And that's how come I know the difference between a swather and a combine harvester. Hello. Nothing in here. Yeah. So a little bit about my life. I come from a family of, well, I guess, heritage of farmers. And I myself, I'm not one of them. I do not like farming. in the sense of actually being my profession. I will help and assist on the farm. Also, hello. There was stuff in here, right? Yes. I need the keys inside of here. I much prefer... I'm going to say desk work, but I mean, if I'm going to be completely honest, I like creative work. I guess this is one reason why YouTube is a hobby of mine and why I love doing it, and why even though my channel isn't massive and doesn't make me money, I still do it anyways. Because I get to be creative. I get to learn some skills and stuff about it, and put some artistic spin onto things. Like, for example, my logo that I have for the channel, that is made by me, 100%. I did that. I did it in Photoshop too. Just a little tidbit of information. Interesting fact of the day: I did that in Photoshop. I didn't have any official. Why are you on that side? Gosh damn, Barry. I didn't use any fancy paint program to do it. I just did it on Photoshop. But I like it because it gets me creative. I like being creative. That's why I like writing books, writing stories, and why this game intrigued me, because it's about an author. I'm like, hey, I'm an author, and I want to write more books because writing books is fantastic. And the reason why I'm not going in the house quite yet is because in the house is a cutscene, and I want to talk over it as I finish this train of thought. And actually, I don't remember if there's a thing back here or not to get. But yeah, that's why I do it, because it's creative. And I'm still learning editing and how to fancify. That's not even a word. But how to increase how fancy my edits are, so to speak. The quality, that's what I'm looking for. Quality of edits. My edits are very basic. I mean, even this edits I'm doing in this episode, since it's interesting how this happened. I didn't plan to have to do so many edits, but I'm going to have to due to the fact that I'll have to splice bits and tidbits in from past recording that didn't have audio to the recording that I'm doing right now that has audio. Hello, bathroom. There was a thing in here, wasn't there? There was a thermos in the bathroom, on the chair. Again, I'll have to look back at the recording and look at that, and I'll put a little clip in there to show that was in there. What's this? Examine. Oh, that's that, right? I need power.
But I was sure I could.
Where is that fuse box? I forget what the fuse box is. Was it upstairs? I thought it was upstairs. Is it in here? No, it's in the other room. It's in this room. No. These ones are all locked, right? This one's not. Ah, I didn't go in this room. There we go.
Can you hear that, Al?
If I turn the music down, off. I did. So that music's on a different dial. That's interesting.
That's the whole reason we're here.
Dang, okay.
That's gotta be, what's her face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right, must be.
Alright. It's already playing the record. I don't have to. But here we go. This is the end of this episode, and this is where I'll end this recording. I'll have to spend the rest of today, because it's Thursday, and this will be tomorrow's episode, so Fridays. I'll have to spend a lot of today editing this, so I can probably edit it back and then. I can't speak.
Okay, we need to find.
I just got off
Weaver.
of shift at work.
Here for the
Woke up
night
at
and
2.
head back to town
Woke at
as
3
soon
in
as
the
it gets
morning.
light.
Got off at around 7. Bear with me.
Lots of hours.
I work 2
before dawn.
jobs
Might as
in
well
order
get
to
some
keep
rest.
myself
And by
afloat
rest,
while I do
mean
this
drunk.
hobby stuff.
Come on, Barry. This is.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'll let them go through this. Just this. I guess I could take this that one, but I'll just let it play through. I'll let it play through.
No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
I'm a
If I
writer.
just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they beat the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
I couldn't, but I could because I'm a writer.
What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
A booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know.
What are they putting in
It's
this
gonna be
stuff?
okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Now for the cool part. This is where the cool part happens. This is insane. This blew my mind. Guess it's like under 10 minutes left in this. Yeah. It's just this. We're a ghost. Kyber's Isle. We're back. This was so cool. It is still so cool. Oh, myself. Hi.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never
I don't
turned the
remember
lights
anything
off.
there. Inside. So we are having a flashback. We are unlocking memories of what happened, and we're doing it in an out-of-body experience. How insane is that? This moonshine really is some special stuff, because we're having some crazy episode right now.
I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness.
Did you?
Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript.
And that's episode 1. Look! We get to see what happened after we jumped into the
I
water.
couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
Lady!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
There's no one in the window. Don't lie.
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
Don't listen to her.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alice?
Dun, 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 dun,
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Mm-hmm. We're forced to write.
Yes. I'll write.
But we're not
I'll
ourselves.
fix it. I'll
That's
bring
not
her back.
normal. They still got me.
I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice.
This is the best part.
Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
Thanks,
It
Zane.
isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
It's not happy.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Alright, that is where we ended off. It's so good.
Previously on Alan.
We're not continuing, but it's so good. We finally get to know who the light was. The light is Zane. As for this, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or concerns, leave them down below in the comment sections. Provided for you to let me know what you want me to know. And I'll see you next time.